is a throwaway. Hustle the overweight. That's why they follow me, huh? They think I know the way. Cause I took control of things. Ballin' the solo way. And if you pattern my trend, I make you my protege. Lost in that soldier race.
Hello everybody, this is Jason Matthews, your financial guru. Right now, we're going through a period of the biggest transition of wealth that we have ever seen in U.S. history. And I think we're going to continue to see this over the next 10 or 20 years. So today, I'm going to give you the 5 biggest mistakes I see when this transfer of wealth happens and people receive an inheritance. But before I get started, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Put some comments below. Let me know your thoughts on what you think is the 5 biggest mistakes people have when they receive an inheritance. First and foremost, what's the biggest mistake I see people have all the time is they receive this inheritance. This could be an inheritance from a family member passing away, and this is the same as if somebody win a lotto. They simply do not have a plan. So oftentimes you come in there, you don't have a plan, you have this money, you receive it, but you don't have a plan or strategy what you have with that money. And if we don't have a plan, we all know the phrase. If you plan to fail, you fail to plan. And I see this constantly where people don't have a plan towards the money, and so the money goes right through their hands, and at the end of the day, they had all this money, but yet they don't have nothing to show for it at the end of the day. Number 2, they're telling your friends. It's one of the biggest mistakes you can have is telling your friends. Why? Because now you're the money person when you tell your friends. Now they expect you to pay for hotels when they don't have the money. They expect you to pay for trips, vacations, going to concerts when they don't have the money. Or even if they do have the money, they expect you to do. And then once you spend all the money, they're going to look at you and say, hell, you should have done your money a lot better than what you actually done. So the best thing to do is shut your mouth. Don't tell your friends if you receive an inheritance. Keep quiet, be secret. One of my biggest analysis of that, an analogy of it, is if we look at the 5 original mafia families. The first person who got caught up in the whole thing was Gotti. Gotti was flashy, he had the jewelry, he had the clothes, he wanted to be on the front of the magazines. And he was the first one out of the 5 families to get caught. But who was the last one? The last one was a guy who was wearing a robe that nobody knew he was the crime boss of his family. He wore a robe, he acted crazy. Nobody knew he was actually the person who ran everything. So guess what the lesson is? Don't tell your friends. Keep everything a secret when you're the boss or if you have money, because it lasts longer than if you do. Number 3, you think you have more money than you actually have. You spend a little here, you spend a little bit there, you spend a little bit all over the place. Because you think that you have a lot more money than you have. You think $1 million is a lot of money. You think $500,000 is a lot of money. But when you receive 0% at the bank currently, $1 million is not that much. 500 is not that much. Why? First of all, you might have to pay taxes on it. So that's why you should have a plan. That means you should have a team. And if you don't have a money team, build a money team when you receive the inheritance or even before if you want to. A money team consists of a good tax person, financial advisor, or a CPA with it, and a good attorney for you. So guess what? I mean, a lot of people don't think they have more than they actually have. Make sure you know how much you have, how much it goes for. But that goes back to rule number 1 of having a plan. Number 4, people go straight to the lot, right? What's the first thing you do to get money? The number 1 place in America what people do when they inherit is go to the car lot. For what? Your car's fine. It runs smoothly. It's run cool. And then you go to the car lot, you're drooling in the mouth, you're getting overly excited, the salesperson sees you, and you're going to be the sell of the day for him. Because he's going to give you all the whistles and everything because you think you need it, you need this and need that, you need extended warranty, you need the big rims on it and everything else. And they're stacking. Oh, plus they're going to add the warranty. So what I tell people is do not go straight to the lot, because when you go straight to the lot, you're going broke. You're spending money on a depreciated asset. We want this money to be a flip, right? We want to flip the money before we buy toys. Number 5 is lending people money. Once we know our friends know we have the money, so guess what they do? Oh, shit, I'm going through a hard time. My light's about to be cut off. Oh, shit, I'm about to lose my car. Oh, I'm about to lose my mortgage. So what's the thing we do? We feel bad for them because guess what? We broke rule number 2 by telling our friends. And so we feel guilty. We feel bad. We give them the money. And guess what happens to that friend? He paid for his stuff. We ask for the money back and they don't pay us. And then we still don't get the money. and we still don't get the money. And two things are going to happen. Eventually, you might have a friend who pay you back, but a better thing is going to happen is this. That friendship is going to break up forever. And guess what they're going to tell you? You shouldn't loan me that money in the first place. And they're going to talk to you crazy, like you wasn't like you the one, like you the one who didn't do them a favor, and now they're going to talk to you crazy. So guess what I always tell people? Don't lend people money unless you're in the business of being a bank. And when a bank lend people money, they're doing proper underwriting. And if people don't have money for this situation, it is something they have done themselves. Either they didn't have enough money savings, they didn't do it proper, but they didn't plan accordingly. Now here's a couple bonuses for you guys. One, build your money team once again. Build up your money team on who you should have on that team. Remember, each one should have a plan. So my money team should tell me what's going to be the taxes when I receive that inheritance, what should I do with the money, and so on and so forth. Additional bonus, I should say, is this. With our money, what we want to do, we don't want to buy toys with the first amount of money we receive. We want to flip it and double our money first and use that flip or double money to buy the toys. Now, am I saying don't buy the toys, don't go on vacations or everything? No, you received an inheritance, do some smarter ways. Flip that money, let that money work for you, and use the residuals or the royalties or the growth of that money and use that to buy toys. If we could do that, we're going to allow our money to last a lifetime instead of a shorter window we have because we don't do it correctly. Now, if you receive an inheritance, you have a friend who received an inheritance, you have questions on what to do, talk to my firm here at matthewsfinancial@gmail.com. Give us a call at 510-229-7608, but leave a comment below. Let us know what you want to hear about, what topics you have, and if you guys came across any inheritance in your situation with it. Hope you guys all have a good day. Talk to you later. Bye.